Greek yogurt cake. A cake so quick to make and so delicious you won't believe it. Good morning, I'm Vidi. This is Grandma's Kitchen, and today we bring you another magical recipe, a Greek yogurt cake. A yogurt cake, a yogurt dessert made with just 4 ingredients, and the work you'll have to do is about 5 minutes or so. Then, the oven will do the work for 35-40 minutes, and you'll have a creamy, smooth, and flavorful cake ready. Easier and possible. Let's get started. Subscribe. So here are the ingredients. 4 Greek yogurts. We need Greek yogurts that are not sweetened. You know, Greek yogurts weigh a bit more than the others because they have more fat content. If you want to use regular yogurts, you should add a splash of cream. 3 eggs, large eggs, size L. 150 grams of white sugar and 40 grams of cornstarch. A fine corn flour, which is known as cornstarch. As always, I remind you that I also leave the ingredients listed in detail below in the text box. If not, pause the video, get a pen and paper and write it down from the screen. It'll only take you a moment because there are only 4 ingredients like we said. We start the recipe by weighing the ingredients. Here we go. We turn on the electronic scale, which is a super useful tool, and we count the tablespoons, one after another, until we reach our 140. 1 gram of sugar, and it will be 8 medium dessert spoons, 150 grams. Let's continue. We also weigh the cornstarch, the fine corn flour. In this case, 1 spoonful, also medium dessert spoons. 2, 3. That's it. We have more than enough. Let's keep going. The recipe is frighteningly easy. We start by placing it at the bottom of a large bowl. Our Greek yogurts. You know, it's 4 Greek yogurts, which will add up to half a kilo of Greek yogurt. You know, it's that thick yogurt that has more fat content. So, if you're going to use regular yogurt, I recommend adding a splash of heavy cream to make up for the fat. There it is. You can see how creamy it is. Here we go, so you can see the consistency. Great. Let's keep going and add the remaining ingredients to the bowl. In goes the sugar, those 150 grams of white sugar. You can also use brown sugar, which also tastes really good. And in goes the fine corn flour, the cornstarch. The most famous brand is Maizena. So, in it goes. Now that everything is in the bowl, we just need to mix it well. Oh wait, I almost forgot the eggs. Of course, in go the 3 large eggs, size L. Now we must mix everything together. It's best to start slowly, using the same spoon, so the flour doesn't fly everywhere, because it's very fine. And once we've given it the first stir, then we switch to the whisk. You can use an electric whisk, but in this case, I'm going to use a manual whisk, because it's a cream that comes together so quickly that it hardly takes any effort. So, let's go with the manual ones, which are easier for me to clean afterwards. Alright, I almost have it. We're going to mix it for just 2 minutes until all the ingredients are well combined, forming a smooth, lump-free cream. Got it. Took me 2 minutes. I'll show it now. This is how it should look. It's quite liquid, but that's how it's supposed to be. Next step. Let's use an oven-safe mold. I'm going to use a removable cake mold, which will make things easier later. And what we're going to do is line it with parchment paper. The trick is to wet the parchment paper first. That way it will fit the shape of the mold much better. In this case, the mold is about 21-22 centimeters in diameter, and I think it's about 10 centimeters tall, so it's pretty tall. I'm telling you this because when you put the mixture in the oven, it will rise a lot, and then it will go back down again when it cools. So let's continue. We pour the mixture into the mold we just lined, and then we're going to put it in the oven. We don't even need it to be preheated or anything. Just put it in the oven and bake it for 40 minutes at 180 degrees. After the time has passed, this is how it should look. It's golden on the outside and it has risen. Don't worry, because it will go down as it cools. We poke it with a skewer, see? Nothing sticks, so we know it's perfect. Now we'll wait for it to cool down a bit. To take it out of the mold, as you can see, if you shake it, it still jiggles, just like a drum. And don't worry, because that means you have your perfect Greek yogurt cake. Yeah, so now we're just going to wait for it to cool down. It'll take around 30 minutes. To remove it from the mold, you see, with one of these removable molds, it's super easy. Alright, let's flip it over, because that way we'll be able to remove the parchment paper much more easily. You guys will probably do it much better than I do, since I'm all thumbs. But hey, I'm working on it. I'm slowly peeling off the edge little by little, and once I have it, we'll remove it completely. There we have it. The cake isn't going to fall apart or anything like that, so don't worry. Then, we flip it onto a plate and our cake is ready. Here we go. Look at that beautiful golden edge, that yellow color in the center, with that creamy texture. I'll put it back on the wooden board since it looked much cooler that way. So, a little plate. I flip it over again, and like this, flipping the omelet, I managed to get it right where I want it. Here we go. A traditional recipe with a traditional presentation at the table. There you have it, with 4 ingredients and 0 effort. This amazing cake on your table, you can serve it just like this, or you can pair it with a red berry jam. That also pairs nicely. It's your choice. I left it just as it is, because that's how I like it best, since the flavor of the cake isn't masked by anything. Alright, let's cut a slice Riz Ras. You'll see how amazing it looks. And you already know. If you liked the recipe, remember to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell so you get notifications. Give me a like, and why not follow me on Instagram? A perfect one. Here it goes. You see, it looks so creamy with that perfect thickness. As you can see, it's like a flan, a creamy cheesecake, and super good. Riz Ras.